Well, hello peeps. Today we have a little combo video for you. This match is at about 2.2k rating, and as the name will suggest, we'll discuss in this game, is this shaman potentially cheating, and also a build showcase for the new version of the Essence Break build that is kind of meta currently. There will be timestamps down below if you are interested in a specific part. So first off, about the cheating, just based on watching Supatiz's video and some other videos, it will be that this shaman is using a third-party macro or a bot. Now, I will link Supa's video in the description, since he goes over it very good on how all functions. And but in summary, if the shaman is never ever hard casting while also jumping the entire game, is quite a good indicator that they're using a third-party macro or something along those lines, right? It's how would you say, kind of just unfortunate situation to kind of at this point be happening on a constant basis. But, you know, not much I can say about it, really. Just watch and, you know, judge for yourself. I also want to ask to see how prevalent do you think this is in your games. For me, it seems like every 6 games or so, I get one of these sassy bakas. And it's quite frustrating in the soul shuffle as a DPS because of the freaking queue times. I mean, you're waiting a long-ass time and then, you know, you have one of these, like, games happen. It really kind of is just, like, annoying and discouraging, let's just say it like that. Now moving on to, how would you say, the build showcase. Also, a final note, I really hope Blizzard does something about this, like starts doing something about this. Hopefully we can submit videos. I'm gonna submit this probably as like evidence, make a ticket and submit it as evidence, just because like at this point it's really like, yeah, starting to get on my nerves, because like it's not something that's happening like one game, you know, it's happening really constantly. And maybe I'm just like paranoid, like I'll admit to that as well. Like I'm not like, that's why I also want to show this and see what you know, what the community thinks, right? Now moving on to the build discussion. The new Essence Break feels really good. The obvious pros is the increased burst damage and the consistent burst kill window that comes with the Essence Break. It's just, you know, more burst, and it has a consistent like damage window every 45 seconds, right? So that's a very clean like advantage that it has. On the other hand, you just have less metamorphosis time, uptime, and it's how would you say, it can lead to less overall personal survivability in a game, just because you have less meta, and then you have also less I-beam casts, which heal you quite a ton, right? They heal you quite a bit. So I don't know. I feel like you can use both of these builds. I have found success using the Shattered Destiny build for a long time. I didn't even realize that the meta has changed, right? I have accidentally somehow, I can't even remember, like I think I was like wanted to check out who was like the top DH in Soul Shuffle or whatever, right? And yeah, like I was like, oh wait, the builds have changed. Like I was like, you know, he's still having fun and having absolutely like how do you say, success, let's say, right, using the Shattered Destiny build. But yeah, Essence Break definitely gives you that consistent like 45-second like kill window, and you just do insane damage either way. Like let's just get this clear, like Demon Hunter really does some insane damage. Our main issue as just a spec, as a class, really is survivability, which is getting just like, yeah, which is getting in 10.2 a big buff, right? We are getting like, we are getting a Netherwalk is like a baseline, or you know, the different talent for forget what it's called, like instincts, but you know what I mean, right? We just have so much better. Oh my god, I was so bad there. I did my fear because I've been playing some vengeance, right? So I thought my fear would just hit the priest, but that was really bad. Yeah, don't cast your fears just you know, like that. I mean, if you're not running the talent, I forget what it's called. But yeah, that's about it, right? I think you can still run both builds if you don't like the Essence Break build for some reason. I personally think it is, yeah, definitely a bit more scalper-like, how would I say, right? It gives you like 100% burst combo, like there, right? If the shaman does not borrow, it's just absolutely massacred. Right, it would just die, absolutely, right there. But it's like kind of the biggest benefit of this build. I still kind of like to play Shattered Destiny, at least for Battlegrounds, more, just because you have the constant I-beams and constant metamorphosis, and that just feels, I don't know, feels better to me as like a playstyle choice, I guess, right? If you're just gonna choose what feels better for you to play. Yeah, here we're trying to get some wins on the shaman, but yeah, unfortunately my hunter just doesn't use his cooldowns there and kept getting chunked. Also kept being in line of sight of the shaman, who is like a freaking monster with damage, right? He doesn't have to stop, he can just jump around and do his perfect rotation while kiting and everything. Let's see here. It's harder to see, right, when the shaman is on your team. But yeah, you can still see it, right? This is just like never casting, constantly jumping if you can see him. Man, that saved that hunter. Now we're just gonna commentate on the kind of classical style and the rest of the match. Of course, right, we just get the W here. Shaman just pumping like a monster. And it's the final match. I was really hoping to try and go like 4-4 against the bot and be like, yeah, you know, your bot is very hard, you know, strong, but you know, not as strong as me. But you know, unfortunately, I'll admit that will not be the case. And here I also fail my combo. Or actually, I go for a full combo. Yeah, for a full combo, and you can just see like the damage, bro. The damage, like yeah, cooldowns had to be used. Multiple cooldowns had to be used. Like that's why this build is strong. Like that's the main thing that's strong about this build. It's just the amount of damage it can do within its like main burst window. You're just pumping the... honestly, I don't know, like... The... Marksman was a little bit of a worse player, so that's why we kind of went for Marksman in general. But maybe we could have went for... what's his name? I mean, the Elemental Shaman, but it's like... yeah, I also failed my Essence Break combo there, like that was actually painful. Maybe could have won the game off of that. Then I failed a kick. Oof, 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 oof. Oof, 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 oof. What a little symphony of failures. Try to kill the totem there so we can get the ink cap. Oh, sorry, the freezing trap, I mean. Okay, I mean, did it cast Hex? Oh, here I was like quite excited to try and get, but yeah, make a like very bad like dodge move there. That was kind of a bad move by me. I did have like the Guardian. I could have just pressed on, I guess, with the Guardian and maybe finish the match before they finish us. But it is what it is. Now we will move on to kind of the talent section. So peeps, now for talents. On the left side, no real changes. You have 1 point as kind of usual that you can kind of move around. Everything else is, I would say, pretty mandatory. And you could even say 2 points, like this point here as well can be moved around if you like want to go like here or something, right? But generally speaking, something like this would be meta, or something like this would be like very much meta. On the right side, we have the new kind of Essence Break build. It skips the momentum talents and goes right into Blind Fury because it's like benefiting our tier set a lot more. No many like big gameplay changes either. I'm just gonna demonstrate like the basic burst combo. The sustained damage is pretty much the same, right? You go throw glaive, stun into I-beam, right? And then you go Essence Break into Death Sweep, into Annihilation, Annihilation, Annihilation until the Essence Break window is off. Then you go back to throw glaive, blade, and spam. And that's just like your basic ass burst combo and your kind of basic, most basic way of doing damage. So again, no big differences as far as damage is considered, especially if you played with Essence Break before. You don't have momentum, so there's like no need to jump before or do anything like that. Only thing that I want to like discuss as well is like kind of like an opener. Let's say, you know, you jump in, right? You do your I-beam, or your stun. Let's say your I-beam. You try to force out some cooldowns, but in reality, you don't want to pop your cooldowns here. You want, in my opinion, you want to like save up, then go for like a CC on the enemy healer, go for a Metamorphosis, I-beam, into like a full Essence Break combo with like the hunt and everything. And like that is gonna push so much buttons. That's gonna push the trinket healer, the healer's trinket. That's gonna push every single defensive basically, and yeah, that's the way I think about the opener, and I think it's very important to kind of switch up your playstyle when you're using this build, because it's not just about doing constant sustained pressure, it's about also setting up those essence break windows and making those essence break windows matter. It's also good practice just because most people are gonna CC you right away, right? So going for an essence break combo, especially with the first I-beam, is just, in my opinion, not good, especially with like the 8-second metamorphosis. Then you can go into meta, I-beam as well, and then you just have a really long time where you can pull out your I-beam combo, right? And of course you want to make it line up with your I-beam, so you're gonna use essence break as close as you can to your second I-beam, but you know, it's still, how would you say, a better practice to not really just go in and just blow your damage straight in the opener. I feel like you want to prepare it almost, or prepare your burst almost. Well, that's it, peeps. I hope you've liked this combo cheating slash build showcase video. I really think the Essence Break build is really good, but I still like using Shatter Destiny sometimes. On the cheating side, what do you think? Is that guy a cheater, or right, or am I just paranoid at this point, right? It could be possible that I just have bias towards this topic at this point. And yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things the YouTubers want you to do, and have a nice day.